This movie was a lot of fun. I loved your character. You've had a great career thus far. Did you ever think it would lead you to fighting Kerry Washington?
Never, ever. And not only fighting Kerry Washington as the amazing actress and human being she is, but also as her being my boss at the moment. So, she was the producer of the film, and, having to work with her and, just seeing her on set and with her family and doing all that she was doing with so much energy and generosity was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I've spoken to her. She's lovely and yeah, those scenes were wonderful. And for you, I mean, did you have to I know you've been in action movies before. Did you do a lot of training beforehand, or did you sort of know some of it already for your role?
I think you always have to prepare for, like the sequences you need for every movie. They are different. There are different guns or, weapons or cars or, it is different. And I think you kind of, need to train again, especially these are like the action scenes we have. They're like choreographies, so we need to be really connected and know what we're doing. If not, I was gonna, like hit her. So, yeah, it was tons of training together. We were, just like rehearsing a lot those scenes before we went to the island because it's a tiny island. It was just, of course, surrounded by just water, and we didn't want to fall and die. So it was fun. It was amazing. I love training and getting to, just have everything ready. So when we're there, it's just like a matter of, you know, rehearsing.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, and you really pulled it off. Yeah, like I said, the end result is really entertaining. So congratulations. I was also going to ask, I also loved your character in the Terminator movie, Danny, and I was curious if you would like to see a future with that character, or if you'd rather not return to that experience. If you had any thoughts on that.
Yeah, I would love to. I think because Danny was just starting, she was just
Right.
becoming that leader. She was just realizing that she was just like a normal girl, and she was becoming that warrior in the future. So I would love to see that future. I would love to see her not realizing she was just like becoming that person. I would love
Right.
to.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to see that too. I couldn't help but notice it looks like you're working on a movie called Shadow, I think is the English. Are you able to share anything about that? I saw the synopsis. It looked very interesting.
Yeah, we haven't shot that movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it is, yeah, it's in during pre-production, but it is really interesting. It has nothing. It is action, but it's different. So I hope we can talk about that soon.
Of course, yes. And in the meantime, I mean, yeah, there are so many fun moments in Shadow Force. You're also working with Mark Strong, of course, and I was curious what he was like. I'm such a fan of his as well.
He's
If
amazing.
yeah,
I mean, he is a great guy. He's such a lord. Like he's so, you know, so much fun. But it was great to see him, just there, perform and doing everything so present and so I don't know. I love him as an actor too, and it was just pure joy to be around him. I was just like it was like an acting lesson all the time.
so he's so scary in those roles, especially Shadow Force. I was curious what he's like, in between those takes, if he's just like a completely different, if he's cracking jokes or does he
Yeah,
sort of stay in it
no,
or
he's so much fun, and he's not like that at all. Of course, he's a
yeah.
great guy, and he's sweet, and he's fun. But I love seeing him become this really badass guy.
Yeah. Right. Was there one stunt that you did or one with the weapon, one that was really challenging to you or that you were nervous about even during rehearsal or anything? Or nervous about injuring Kerry or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the most important part because the rest, I had guns, and at the end, if you like mess up,
Right,
you'll do it again. But when you're fighting someone, and it was a really long sequence we had with Carrie, with the water really
right.
close, and with the guns and leaving the guns, and like running and hiding. So we had to be really precise, and I didn't want to hit her.
Yeah. Well, yes, I mean, it looked great. So great job with that. And yeah, congratulations again. It was great chatting with you.
Thank you so much.